vlog. We are back on the Z today. We are getting fabrication done, we are getting front arms done, and this thing is going to be rolling by the end of this episode. That's a guarantee. As well as my car, we're also going to be doing a little bit on Ian's car today, so I'll document that a little bit. But obviously today, like I say, patching bits up and getting the seat rails in, getting the seat position in place. So I'm going to let the car and the unit warm up for a little bit, and then once Liam gets here, we'll introduce Liam, and then we'll crack on from there. We have had some goodies that have turned up as well, which are nice fresh track rod ends for the Z. Now, obviously these guys are well and truly needed because this thing sat still for numerous years, so they are tacky as anything. So, nice new fresh ones to go on. Liam's now here. He's currently just cleaned up a little bit for a fabricator, not an idiot like me. But whilst he's just doing some prep, I've put the seat rails on the seat. Kind of unconventional, but it's got to work. So, just like that. Literally, probably got to make them work in some way. But eventually, I will get proper ones or get some made up and actually get them on the car. So, yeah. Been working on the car now. Liam's done a hell of a lot of welding, and got pretty much all of the driver's side on. If I zoom down now, seat is in this position because I've got a lot of this. We just had to slightly modify this part of the seat rail to get in, but I'll basically even that out to the one that's on there, and then we can get the seating position in the car. Now we've got this seat designed where we need it to have it. We have the rails slightly in place now. Liam's just making a couple of brackets up just over there to go in. So as you can see, one is just sitting in place at the moment. Obviously it's not fully square or anything, it will be tidied up. But we've got to make some more plates like that out of 3mm. And then we've literally sent the rails through the tunnel for now, and then we'll tidy them up at another date. But yeah, the seat is going in for definite today. So we made 2 plates up so far. We're just using this 3mm at the moment because it's a bit better than the 1.5 that we've used. Yeah, just making up some. He's just nipped off now for a hole punch. So he's finding that I don't have as many tools as I need, but cracking on regardless. So back after a couple of days now, we have the seat rails now fully in place. As you can see there, they are now fully in place. So what we need to do is basically get these bits here and put them onto the tubes, and then obviously fix where they are going to sit onto the rails. So there's a lot of working out and measuring. Thankfully I did a lot of measuring the other day, so managed to get that sorted. But yeah, so I'm going to get Liam now to have a brew and then crack on getting the rest on. So more importantly, he probably wants a coffee, the lad. Got the seat back out of the car now with the rails back on. And now the main rails are in and just being marked up at the moment for the fittings. If I can just grab... Well, I've shown you in the previous vlog the fittings that fit in. Fittings that fit in? Yeah. Fittings.
Fitting.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically these little bits that you see down there are what the seat rails are actually going to sit into. So Liam's just looking now with a bit of a straight edge to tap them into place just there. And then what we do from that is put the straight edge on, make sure they sit nice and right, and then put them on, put the chair on, and see how it sits. Now, obviously, one of the things I have to be careful of is my head height. So, obviously, with a nice big XL seat, I'm going to sit further down in that as well. So, yeah, getting the seating position correct before it goes off the cage is key. So, yeah, when I'm sat in the car, I'll show you what I mean about, obviously, how I want to sit in the car. I was watching one of the FD drivers, Odi Bachis, say this the other day, and it actually really resonated with me well. Only problem is being 6'2" in a Japanese car doesn't really work that well sometimes. So yeah, we'll do our best to make sure I fit in this as best as possible. And then when we go to Kewfab, he can literally get on with the cage and mark it around me. The position is in, but somewhat it does need a little bit of alteration, as my head was pretty much touching the ceiling. So we're looking, even though we've had to alter the brackets that sit around here, obviously you can't see just to pull light in, but I'll try and sort that now. So there we go, you can see the brackets that are just hidden down there. Now the idea is to not use them ones at the moment. We're going to grab some ones that I did buy earlier in the year, well, late last year even. And basically, they will sit the seat lower down. Just need a little bit more welding. So yeah, Liam's got a bit more to do, but so far, I'm happy with the seating position. Obviously, the length, it doesn't help being 6'2" in a Japanese car, as most tall people will know. But yeah, hopefully we can get the seat further down. Just means a little bit more of fabrication. So that's why I brought an actual fabricator, not this idiot. So with the seat position now just having to have a little bit of alteration, we're going to wait to get it fully in place. So once it is, I'll obviously show you guys what I mean about obviously headspace and stuff. Liam is now going to jump on doing little patches inside the car, just where obviously I got a little bit stupid with hole removals, or there was just bolts that obviously came out that I know were in place. So yeah. Make sure you follow Richweld on Instagram and reach out to him if you're in the Northwest and you need any portable fabricators. Talk about deadlines. We are currently on a 10 PM deadline for noise and electric curfew, because obviously where we are is just, hey, 10 o'clock, knock on the head. Major noise in terms of grinding and cutting discs. We've kind of got a little bit, but we'll get away with it. So we've got the big patches in the back now. They are just currently being welded up by Liam. I've just had to literally cut like a maniac to get the bit out of there. And as you can see, it is now just putting it into place, and that will cover the old fuel tank holes. So yeah, just quicker against the time. Hopefully we can get this done and finished, and then obviously Liam doesn't have to come back on another day. So we managed to beat the clock and got the back end patches all welded in. So obviously they are not dressed yet. I do need to come back and get the flappy wheel, especially on this side. But all the little patches on this side are now done. Seat rails are in. All the patches on that side are done. So next part, when I come back in a couple of days, is pretty much me going to be in the car, flappy wheeling for a little bit, and then we're going to get the doors on, and then we're going to get the car on the floor. So not ending it just there. Got more to do yet. So I'll be back in a couple of days, but for you, be now. So as that previous clip said, it is now a couple of days later. I'm back here, back with the Z, and I'm going to get all the gear ready now. Get the heating in the car because, as you can see, it is cold. And yeah, we're going to get all these welds welded down, get these doors on today, get some tie rods on, and hopefully, by the end of the day, get this thing on the floor. At the front of the car, as you can see now if I turn around, the inside is now done and everything's ready for cage. Obviously the seat, you can see, is not in there at the moment, just obviously doing stuff. Not 100% happy, as I say, with the seating position at the moment, but for going out and doing the cage, it'll do for now. If we have to do bigger alterations, it doesn't require the cage being any different. So, now on the front of the car, and I need to basically attach the steering with the new track rod ends we got. Thankfully, I can make my life a lot easier and take the steering rack off and put it on the bench at the back. So, gonna wipe that off now and get it in the vise. Well, as you can see here now, the steering rack is now off and it is very, let's just say, crusty. Again, this is coming off a car that was stood still for 8 years, so yeah. Hopefully, this isn't going to be a I need a new rack job. It'll just be a pain in the backside. So yeah, gonna start seeing if it'll come apart now. So as you can see, that thing wasn't moving. So I've got a bit of persuasion for it. Well, as you can see, new one's on there. After a little bit of persuasion, and I mean, rather decent persuasion, it came off. So, yeah, little trick someone just messaged me for. Basically, smack the nut on all sides, and it'll work its way through. So, we have to do it for the other side. But for now, new one can go on, and we can actually get the steering rack in place. Yay. As you can see, wheels are now attached and fully rotate rather than seizing like they did on the last ones. Steering rack's fully in. Time to put the rears on and then close up this part of the hole with the doors that are there. So, let's get these rear wheels on this car. Well, as you can see, all four wheels back on the floor. Wow, that's been a while she's been on them axle stands anyway. So, that is the car, all welded up, ready for roll cage. Doors are on and back on its wheels. Wow, it's been a journey so far. A lot of stop and start, but we've got it to where we are now. So, in the next vlog, on the car, it'll be going over to Kewfab for a full cage. But got a little bit of news, a little bit of a spoiler for the next vlog. So, look out for that one. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.